welcome back to my channel. I'm Anushua. I write dark fiction, dark fantasy. I read dark fiction. I don't have any genre preference when it comes to dark fiction. I read dark fantasy, grim dark fantasy, dark contemporary, dark psychological thriller, dark thriller. So if the book has darkness in it, I am going to read it. And today I'm going to update you about my book, The Holy Devils, and I'm going to talk about 3 books, very short books, that you probably should not read in one sitting. I'll tell you why. So first, let's start with The Holy Devils. Holy Devils is the first book, the first installment of a dark fantasy trilogy, The Fires of Arcainor. Arcainor is the world that I have created, and this world is expanding every day. I have given up my job, full-time job, to write, and I am absolutely happy with my decision. I was scared that I shouldn't have done it. I was scared that things will not work out the way it is working out right now, and people were not supportive. I must say, people were not supportive, but I am absolutely happy, delighted that I took the decision of quitting my job and taking up writing as my full-time profession. So, The Holy Devils started as, I said it before and I'm going to say it again, that I started as a cosmic horror. I wanted to write a cosmic horror, absolutely a Lovecraftian cosmic horror. I was fascinated by H.P. Lovecraft's way of writing, is H.P. Lovecraft's stories, and I wanted to write exactly something like that. So started writing Holy Devils. It was not Holy Devil back then. I called it something else. As I went deeper into the book, the storyline changed and kept changing. The world kept expanding, and finally Arcainor emerged. And once Arcainor emerged, everything about the story changed. Planned Fires of Arcainor, and I plotted The Holy Devils. I'm not a plotter. I plot grudgingly. So this is the first trilogy in Arcainor's setting. There will be other trilogies and standalones and a lot more fun things in Arcainor. And right now I'm working on the second draft of The Holy Devils. I'm exactly at 60,000 words. I completed 60,000 words today. I'm happy with the progress. I'm absolutely delighted. The world of my story, Arcainor, it is expanding. New characters are emerging. New plot twists are coming. So it's fun. The story is surprising me. And I'm planning to release this book in January 2027 perhaps. Let's see how it goes. Because after I'm done with the second draft, I'm exactly 40,000 words away from completing my draft. The second draft, I will go through a quick polishing. It won't be a third draft, maybe a third draft, but not as elaborated as the second draft is. I have 4 notebooks ongoing. 4 notebooks. 1, the names, descriptions of the characters. 2nd, the maps, the geography of Arcainor. 3rd, the storyline, the plots. And 4th, the occult system. It doesn't have a magic system, it has occult system. So I'll keep updating you about Arcainor, The Fires of Arcainor, The Holy Devils. And now let's talk about the books. 3 short books, very short books. And I don't think you should read them in one sitting. I tried. I had a very bad experience. And the first one that I'll name in this video is The Notes from the Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. This is a dark book, very dark, and this is told from the point of view of an unreliable narrator. The book opens with promise. If you like dark fiction, you will be impressed. It starts with, I am a sick man, I am a spiteful man, I am an unattractive man. I believe my liver is diseased. However, I know nothing at all about my disease. So, exactly with that note begins the notes from the underground. And and on the cover you will see, an intelligent man cannot become anything seriously. It is only the fool who becomes anything. So, do try reading it. Dostoevsky is absolutely fantastic, but don't try to read it in one sitting. Pair it with some light reading. My personal advice. The second book is by Leo Tolstoy, and it is called The Death of Ivan Ilyich. Probably I'm mispronouncing it, but I think it's Ivan Ilyich. So this is a book of death. This book is about death. This book is about a man who experiences a minor injury and that becomes fatal. And it narrates the experience of the man as he approaches death, how he rediscovers the world as he is nearing his end. That is the subject matter of the book. Very bleak, very dark. I fell in love with the cute little book, black book, and there's a penguin little black classics, and I really fell in love with this, and that's why I bought it. But the experience, I tried to read it in one sitting. I shouldn't have. The third one is The Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. This is not as dark as these two. I fell in love with this book. Actually, I not fell in love with this book. I got fascinated by this book while reading The Shadow of the Winds. The Shadow of the Wind, if you have not read it, by Zafon. The Shadow of the Wind follows a young man called Daniel who discovers a book called Shadow of the Wind in a library that they call the Cemetery of the Forgotten Books. And from that book, the Shadow of the Wind is written by, in the plot, written by a writer called Julian Carax, and nobody knows anything about Julian Carax. And as Daniel uncovers Julian Carax's life, he finds that Julian Carax was fascinated by the Heart of Darkness. And from there, I got so fascinated by Heart of Darkness that I bought this book. I read it in one sitting because of the length, very short. I really liked it. Absolutely, I liked all the three books. I'm not going to lie, I liked them all, but I advise people don't sit with a cup of coffee and start reading them in one sitting. Don't try to finish this in one sitting unless you are deliberately trying to create a few days of slump, low feeling. With this, I'm going to wrap this video up. I am going to talk about The Road by Cormac McCarthy in the next video, and also I'm going to update you about The Holy Devils. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for watching. I will be back very soon.